From spicy romances to epic tours to a COVID cookbook, Miranda Lambert's post-divorce glow-up is pure country gold. Let's break down this country songbird's fabulous transformation. Some say finding someone new is the best way to get over heartbreak, and it seems like Lambert tested that theory herself. Shortly after her divorce from Blake Shelton, the country queen started dating fellow musician Anderson East. The two singers met at one of East's concerts, and their relationship flourished from there. A year into dating, it seems like their relationship was more than just a rebound. At the time, a source told E! News that Lambert's friends thought they were a great pairing, adding, "She wants to get married again and have children soon. That has been an open conversation between her and Anderson. He wants the same." Unfortunately for Lambert and East, cracks in their foundation started to reveal themselves. About 2 years into their relationship, East hinted in an interview with InStyle that perhaps not all was right between them. He explained, "It's always difficult to be a traveling musician and still keep things together. Understanding is definitely a huge factor." Months after that interview, they split up, while sources claimed that there was potential for them to get back together that ultimately didn't happen. Lambert was a busy musician while she was still married to Shelton, and she became an even busier musician after her divorce. In 2016, Lambert announced that she was going on the Highway Vagabond Tour, a winter tour with stops mostly across the United States. But Lambert didn't just announce a tour in 2016, she also released a new album, The Weight of These Wings. The singer had yet to address her divorce from Shelton through her music or otherwise, and this album provided her commentary. While she opted against promotion for the album, she told Billboard, "I just didn't need to talk about the record. If you want to hear my side of the story or my opinion of what happened, it's all on there. There's no mystery anymore. Take from it what you will." Lambert knew exactly what she wanted from the recording process. She explained, "I walked in with guns blazing. I just knew one thing. I didn't want a breakup record. I was like, let's feel it all. I was ready to have the days where I can't even stand up and the days where I'm celebrating." It's well known that Lambert has a collection of tattoos across her body, and not long after her divorce, she added one that symbolizes resilience. In an interview with Us Weekly, she explained, "I went through some tough things, especially 2015 was a really hard year of being in this industry and being a woman. I was like, I'm going to figure it out. I've got a wild card up my sleeve. I can do this." And so I got the wild card up my sleeve, and it's a Queen of Hearts tattoo. She's looking both ways to make sure that I don't get run over. Lambert's tattoo joined several others that she got after major milestones. For example, in honor of her first ever gold record, Lambert got a pair of pistols with wings crossing each other on the inside of one of her arms. She also has the logo of her charity foundation, Mutt Nation, on her foot, which she got after the organization raised its first $500,000. Lambert's divorce from Blake Shelton reportedly wasn't the headache that some celebrity divorces are. They had signed a prenuptial agreement, making for a process as quick and painless as it can be. In the divorce, Lambert reportedly got to keep the house in Nashville that the duo had owned together, but that didn't mean that she wanted to live there. Not long after the split, Lambert bought a new place outside of Nashville. The house she bought sits on 400 acres of land and set her back $3.4 million. Despite her fame and wealth, Lambert keeps things pretty low-key. In an interview with Us Weekly, she dished on what her day-to-day life at home looks like, saying, "When I'm off work, I'm in my patio hang vibe." After her divorce, Lambert had a few relationships with new men, but she didn't stay committed to anyone for too long. 3 years later, in 2018, the singer revealed in an interview that she was single and happy about it, adding that she was using all she had learned about love to create new music. She told the Tennessean, "Love is a hard road sometimes, and it's been a roller coaster ride for me, but I'm definitely thankful for all the ups and downs because I've had some really good songs come out of it. You've got to take the bad parts and put them on paper and then move on to the happy parts." Lambert might have been single, but she wasn't alone. The singer spent much of her time during that era collaborating with friends, particularly the women from her band Pistol Annies. She said that the music they were writing at the time was born out of honest conversations with each other about life and all that accompanies it. Lambert explained, "It's all of the things that women do, and those conversations sometimes involve tears, and those tears become songs. The joy when we laugh and giggle all night, those become songs. I think that's important because we want women to hear us and know they're not alone in whatever they're doing."
I'm a Scorpio, so my moods change with the weather, but I feel like overall I'm really in a great place.
Lambert didn't stay single for long. In late 2018, the country star met a New York City police officer named Brendan McLaughlin while performing with her band. She told the New York Times, "My girlfriends, the Annies, saw him and knew I might be ready to hang out with someone. They invited him to our show behind my back. They plucked him for me." Lambert's relationship with McLaughlin progressed quickly, and by January 2019, the two were married. The couple didn't publicize their relationship or their wedding, leaving the public to find out after they had wed. Lambert was very sure of her decision to marry McLaughlin, even though their relationship moved quickly. In an interview with People magazine, she said, "I feel like I've been through enough in my life to know what I don't want, so when I know what I do want, I snatch it right up." The star was especially confident in her decision to keep her wedding private. She went on to say, "I was married before, and it was a huge wedding and everything was very public. So was my divorce. I learned then that it's not for everybody else. This is my actual life. With Brendan, I made it a point to keep it as private as I could for as long as I could." According to Lambert, she and her husband enjoy listening to music together in their downtime. She told Us Weekly, "He loves what he calls happy hour music, Matchbox 20 and Goo Goo Dolls, so we have different tastes, but we'll sit there for hours and listen. Sometimes I say to him, we kind of live on a date, which is pretty awesome." It's not easy for artists to stay on top of their game over a decade into their career, but with some of her post-divorce music, Lambert proved that it can be done. In 2019, Lambert released the album Wild Card, and on it was the song Bluebird, which she released as a single. The single went #1 on the country charts, a feat she hadn't reached since 2012, and it earned her Grammy nominations for Best Country Song and Best Country Solo Performance. Prior to the song's success, Lambert had accepted that she might not be a chart-topping performer any longer, which made the song's commercial performance that much sweeter. She told Billboard, "I'm so thankful that after all these years, I still have a spot." Bluebird wasn't just important to Lambert because of its success. The song was incredibly meaningful to her, something she knew was special immediately.
It's got this hope to it. It's got a darkness too, though, but it's also hopeful in a way of life is going to give you lemons, period.
After sharing how proud she was to be part of the song, she admitted that she started seeing bluebirds around her farm more than ever before once the song was written. Lambert is obviously a great singer, but that's not her only talent. The Grammy winner is also a good cook, and in 2023, she released a cookbook called Y'all Eat Yet? Welcome to the Pretty Kitchen to celebrate everything she's learned from the influential women in her life. Lambert first got the idea to release a cookbook during the COVID-19 pandemic. The singer had been sharing cooking challenges with her loved ones during lockdown, and it evolved into the cookbook. She told Pop Sugar, "I want this book to be a reminder for people to gather with their girls or whoever, the people that surround them, the ones that lift them up and bring them joy and add to their lives." Lambert had a sense of humor about the fact that she was carrying on the tradition of female country singers releasing cookbooks, but she also sees it as a very natural transition. She told Entertainment Tonight, "Almost all of us have a moment that we talked about in the kitchen, and I think that's because the songs are the truth with a melody and the food is the truth on a plate. And that's just how it goes hand in hand to me."
Everything we do together revolves around food and drinking. Drinking and then food, usually.
Lambert spent years of her career with the same record label, releasing 9 albums and multiple hit singles, earning loads of awards and cementing herself as one of the most prominent women in modern country music. But in May 2023, Lambert announced on social media that she was embarking on a new musical journey and leaving Sony. She explained, "I'm so thankful for our time together and everything they made possible for me, yet I wouldn't be true to myself if I wasn't constantly looking for the next challenge and a new way to stretch my creativity. I can't wait to see what the next adventure holds." It didn't take too long for Lambert to find a new record label. The following year, it was announced that the singer had signed a new deal with Republic Records. For Variety, she said, "Music is and always will be the thing that drives me, but having a new home has given me a hunger I didn't realize I still had inside me." And she had already been hard at work creating new music to release under her new representation. Shortly after the announcement, Lambert released her single Wranglers, which she described as having the, quote, "same fury as her top 10 country hit Gunpowder and Lead." Months after signing with Republic, Lambert released her 10th studio album, Postcards from Texas.
It's like little snippets of each, like, influence I've had. Like, it's a record of going back to the roots of it all.
There's nothing like a good glow-up after a breakup. Although it's been over a decade since her divorce, the stunning Lambert is getting the last laugh in the looks department. Despite spending lots of time on tour and outside on her acreage, the star has been aging in reverse. The glow-up could be thanks to a focus on good skincare. She told Country Living, "I've learned over the years that it's so important to protect your skin with sunscreen, especially when you're on outdoor stages a lot like I am. Even if I'm not spending a lot of time in the sun, though, glow. I try to remember to apply this every day. They even have some tinted options when you want a little coverage without a full face of makeup. Lambert's good looks could also be thanks to confidence she's gained as she's aged. In 2024, just before turning 40, she claimed on the Tamron Hall show that she was looking forward to the milestone birthday.
I guess I'm just more open now to
I feel that.
whatever's supposed to come my way.
She called herself, quote, more aware and less tunnel vision.
Luckily, I've worked hard enough to get to where
To be free.
I've reached a lot of my goals, so now I can be a little more free.